Hey everyone, today I'm here with a bit of a review and a comparison. These apps have been out for a while, and even though they have very similar names, they're very different. So we're going to start off with one that people really like. It's called the NecroMeter. Okay, so this is the NecroMeter. Pretty simple. I will say the caveat with both of the apps that I'm about to compare is that you have to have your phone not silenced in order to get the audio through. So if you have that little button pressed back on vibrate, you're not going to get any audio. If you click into the plus sign on the left, you're going to see that you have options for reverb, echo, your pitch, your randomize. You can choose your voice. That's for text and speech. Same thing. If you look onto the right where it has the muted button, if you unmute, you've got a white noise static sound, which can kind of impede on the actual voices that are coming through. So if you're trying to listen, it's going to make it a little bit harder in my opinion. And I found that I haven't heard anything break through that static. The center is going to show you that you can slide it left to text or right to speech. And if you look up above, there is a little magnetic interference gauge. What's interesting too, though, is if you take anything magnetic, and I'm going to push it now. Look at that. So what I have in my hand is a vape with a battery. And if I'm taking it away from it, you can see it coming down. Okay, it's not real fast on the response. You push it back over. Oh, look, it spikes up. And interestingly enough, is when it spikes up, you're going to get EVPs. Every time you put that near, it's almost like it triggers it to push a word out. I'm going to just state my opinion. If you want to buy this app, go ahead. But in all honesty, I would save my $10. Now, even though these two apps that I'm about to compare are made by the same developer, Chris Rogers, they are very different applications and they work very differently. And one, as you're going to see, is going to work clearly better than the other. So let's go ahead and pop this on, and I'm just going to give you a little demonstration of what this does. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push this over to text. And we're just going to wait. Now, normally when I run EVP, it's quicker. If I'm using a scanning radio, if I'm using, usually most apps actually, I'm getting things right away that are relevant. And with this, I noticed it's just very random. The words that come through the text section of this have nothing to do with anything. And in fact, a lot of them seem to be kind of programmed to freak you out. Now I'm going to go ahead and push my vape back close to it, see what happens here. You see that spike up?
Henry.
There it goes. See how it triggered the word? One can say, okay, well, it's calibrated for magnetic interference, but unfortunately, there's a lot of magnetic interference around us when we conduct sessions, whether it be a computer, another phone, a tablet, a speaker. Speakers have magnets in them. Now, I've given this the run through, and honestly, I mean, really? Tangy? Not a fan. Okay, let's push it over to speech, because many people that review this think many people that review this say, oh, it's the speech parts that's the best. It's more accurate. It's, So I'm going to go ahead and slide that over. Now we're over on speech. Hello, hello. Is there anybody here? Can my spirit team come through and tell me your name so we know that this works?
Risnutro.
Okay, what? All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw that magnet up there and watch. Spike to 100.
Reing.
Again, just comes right through. Okay, the other thing in this is you can go into the settings. You can change the voice to robot or whisper, and I'll just let you hear how those sound. Let me go ahead and trigger that for you with the magnet again. Okay, so I threw my magnet up against there. So let's go ahead and change that from robot to whisper so you can hear that. And again, I'll put the magnet up. I've been doing this for about 15 years, and I have tested so many apps, so many pieces of software. And let me go ahead and switch this out because that to me is a little tough. I mean, you can take the echo and the reverb down. I don't feel that it helps that much. But also, I'm not getting any.
Oh no.
Well, hello. Is this working? I don't know if I'm getting any kind of relevancy from when I've been testing it. I mean, this is still spiked over and I don't have anything near it. So it's saying, oh, okay, there's 100
Years. Living in.
See, this is spiked over. It hasn't even come back down, and I've had this away from everything. Let me go ahead and pull that far, far away here so it goes back down. There are people that peddle these things that are master salesmen, and they're actually big names somehow in the paranormal ITC industry, and they are good at pushing products. I don't know if they're getting a percentage or if they're just supporting their friends, but I can tell you right now, I test them. If they're not relevant, if they just spit out random words, something, there's no connection made, then I'm going to review it and tell you and be very honest. I have nothing to lose. I have no skin in the game. I've already paid the money for something that clearly isn't performing or doing what it claims that it's going to do. So that's the NecroMeter. And in my opinion, again, I'm going to say save your money. If you're going to buy into an app for your phone, I'm going to go ahead and show you next the app that I truly believe that you should be trying. So there we go. This is the Necrophonic again. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. Okay. Necrophonic, same maker. Now, I don't know if Keith Weldon had anything to do with this one, but I know he had something to do with the making of the NecroMeter. And the Necrophonic is a staple that I use in EVP as far as being very good with travelability. It's on my phone. I can perform a session anywhere, and I get really good results, very relevant results. Now, when I start this, I'm going to show you that pretty immediately you're going to hear my name, the name of my spirit team that comes through pretty immediately. So you may hear, Beck, B, Boo. I mean, they call me all sorts of things. And then you're going to hear the people in my group that always come in. D is my aunt that passed. Ed is a guide to me. If you look at the screen, we've got a start button, an echo, a reverb, a sweep rate, and white noise. Very easy. Again, have your phone not set to vibrate. It's got to be on ringer for you to get sound. The beauty of this as well is some apps don't allow for you to hook anything Bluetooth in, actually. So if you'll try to use a Bluetooth speaker, it just won't come out. But with the Necrophonic, it actually comes right through the Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to show you the white noise. Pretty cool. I have had things come through the white noise. It has been hard to hear, but it is still a cool thing. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And now we're going to go ahead and hit start. I found that even though the reverb may be a little more difficult to pick up on, you do become attuned to it, and it tends to push things out a little better as far as carrying. So now I'm going to go ahead and run it with the reverb. Hello, hello. What's up? I hear it back. Yes. Hi, Ed. I heard you. Who's here with me? Hi, Poe. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop on echo as well with the reverb. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to take the reverb off and just go straight echo. Hi, Eddie. That was my grandma Betty. I heard Ed. Yeah, my ankle's been in pain. What do you think? Hi, Auntie. Is there anything you'd like to tell the audience that's watching? Something nice and clear. I'm going to end this session in a moment. I'm going to say a closing prayer if there's anything you'd like to throw in. Love you too. 4. 3. Goodbye.